Hi guys, I'm Professor Tom, this is Coach Tommy. This week we are working on open guard, passing the guard, controlling from the guard, that sort of thing. So we're going to be doing some spider guard positions, some sleeve grips, and the passing of the guard in this particular spot. We're going to call the Toreando or the bullfighter pass.
We're going to start with a warm-up, you guys, that helps some of the kiddos build their grip strength and build their understanding of how to hold their guard, okay? So essentially one person is going to be laying on their back, the other partner will be standing, okay? If you're laying down, you've got these double sleeve grips, okay? Make sure they're correctly gripping that sleeve by making a cuff and taking their thumb out, okay? And then we're gonna have both feet on the hips from here. My goal is to create tension on my partner so that my feet are digging into them, and my partner's gonna walk backwards. As they walk backwards, I'm getting to my shoulder and pulling myself close, okay? So my partner's just dragging me down the mat as I scoot closer to them, okay? We don't want the kids to drag their partner down without the bottom partner doing anything, okay? So we don't want them to just like pull their partner out, okay? We need to make sure the bottom person is doing most of the work there, right? So for me, I'm stepping on top of my partner's legs to lift my butt off of the ground to get that pull to happen. If going down the mat is too advanced for your younger kiddos, you can also do a kind of a circular version where the top partner is just circling around, okay? That way the bottom person also develops that grip strength and that connection to their partner, so that wherever the top person goes, they kind of follow.
So next, you guys, we do several types of games for this connection type concept. So one option, we do what we call crazy legs. And in this case, we tend to do this with like a self-defense scenario without any grips, but it's the whole point of this is to show them how important grips are and how useful they can be when they're trying to pass the guard, when they're trying to defend their guard, okay? So it would look something like this, and we'll just go through each of these options. So the first option is no hands on, neither of us can use our grips to grab each other. My objective is to touch the back of his head, okay? His objective is to keep his feet between us. So no matter where I go, if I go right or left, even if I end up on top, he's gonna make sure that his feet end up in front of us this way. So we'll do this for 30 seconds, then we can switch. And then some of the next options are that maybe the top person has grips, or the top person has one grip, or the bottom person has grips, and the top person can't have grips, or the bottom person has one grip, okay? So we can go through various things until we get to the point where he has both grips, he has his feet on, and I have my grips. And then again, I'm trying to pass his guard this time and get to side control or any of these other passing positions, knee on belly, mount as possible. Okay, so the game here is to force the clearing of the legs, and his objective is to make sure his legs stay in between us and start to use those grips and those feet on the body.
One more option you guys can add to their positional training is starting from a butterfly guard where neither partner has any grips, okay? This is gonna encourage your students to get the grips from the bottom and top position, okay? So we can have one partner seated in a butterfly position, like that, and one partner standing, okay? We play the same game. I'm trying to pass the side control, he's trying to sweep or submit from here, okay? Now the name of the game is who gets the grips first, right? If he gets his hands on, feet up, and I don't have any grips on him, it's gonna be bad for me, okay? So he's trying to go hands on, feet up as quick as he can. I'm trying to get the pants grips as quick as I can. So when we say go, I'm trying to grab and start to pass before he sets up the rest of his guard. Once your students get to the point where both partners have grips, we want to create that tension from the bottom position. So make sure that your students are pulling with the arms and pushing with the feet, right? The top person's posture should be broken from here, okay? If his feet are gently placed on my legs, then I can easily pass them out of the way. So we want to be creating tension from the bottom, okay? Also, encourage your students to use their flexibility to keep their legs in front at all costs, right? Even if I'm passing to side control and I'm getting pretty close to a pass, if my partner can feed their leg in front of them, they're still safe from the guard pass, okay? And then lastly, for your more advanced students, you can play with different types of guards. So for example, if the top person removes your feet from their hips, we can now put our feet onto their elbows for a spider guard, okay? So you can start to play with more advanced guards depending on what's available to your students, what's within reach. All right, guys, one drill we can do for the kiddos is a standing guard break to a Toreando pass or a bullfighter pass, okay? So students are gonna start with a 2-on-1 grip, sleeve and wrist. They're gonna stand up on the same side and get all the way up to 2 feet, okay? They're gonna pull the sleeve up to avoid the sweep and then remove the other leg. As soon as they remove the leg, we're gonna do the Toreando pass. So I go 2 grips on the pants, I push into my partner, and I walk to the side as I clear my partner's legs out of the way, okay? You can have them land in knee on belly or side control, okay? It's one of those passing positions.
From this, my partner is gonna practice his spider guard sweep, okay? So he's gonna put his knee inside, flared open, get the other side going, okay? Put his feet on my biceps right at the crease of my elbows, okay? And now he's gonna go right and left a couple times just to make sure he practices having his bottom leg extended, okay? Now when we practice the actual sweep, he's gonna switch, but then instead of extending his bottom leg like this, he's gonna extend his top leg and rotate over, which is gonna force, and then he can pull into a mount position. So that's a very basic spider guard sweep from the knees. That should be easy for most everybody to understand, but it will take some practice getting them to put pressure while they're straightening and bending one leg or the other. All right, guys, so like with all of these, positional training before or after as a warm-up or as the training itself is not a terrible idea. It's a great kind of concept to get them gross motor thinking, and I know that ecological training is all the rage right now, and so that kind of incorporates a little bit of that into the training. So if there is kids that remember by figuring it out rather than being instructed, that's a way to get them to kind of figure it out and learn it as well. This was Open Guard Week, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.